Are you not entertained?
Hey, welcome, traders, civilians, everybody in between. Welcome to Obe TA, Wednesday, October 20th, 2021. Air quality is good. Welcome to the stream, guys, all right? Obviously, unless you're living under a rock, we have hit all-time highs. Bitcoin has hit all-time highs today officially. Yesterday had the highest daily candle close, and today we just kept it moving, man. All right, and it is a beautiful thing to see. Rob, what's going on? I will call you my son. You're going to call me daddy. I'm going to call you my son. I'm going to call you Jimmy. You're Jimmy for this stream. All right. Give you some of that good technical analysis, daddy. I will do my best, son. But yeah, man, I mean, are you mad today? If you're in Bitcoin, you're making all-time highs. You are literally living history today. Dude, I love these days, man. How can you not? Okay? You're making money. And this thing isn't really showing any kind of sign of slowing down, right? I mean, you're overbought on the RSI, yeah. Okay, MACD's not showing any kind of divergence or anything though, at least on the daily. Let's jump it over to a longer time frame. On the weekly, you're not even overbought on the RSI. Okay, so this thing could just continue on. And once you get into price discovery mode like this, oftentimes you see it just continue on. And what have we been saying for the last few days here? We were targeting this with the Fibonacci levels, right? So the 1272, the 1414, the 1618, all areas of Fibonacci where you can start to see price retract. You can see price retract at this level, but the fact that you have made all-time highs, excuse me, historically for Bitcoin, it continues to much higher levels before some kind of retrace before coming back down. So why would it be any different this time, right? So we will see what happens from here, but dude, all-time highs, man. It's hype for that. All right, nice. Very, very nice.
My man.
So that's it, man. I mean, what else is there to say? Again, the 1272 is right up around 75,000. The 1414 right around 80, and the 1618, the golden mean ratio, going right up there around 87,000. Okay, and that's very likely where we could be heading.
Money.
So yeah, man. Rob, how you feeling today, dude? And it's not even just Bitcoin. It's all crypto right now. It's doing well, man. I mean, even if we move it on over to the total market cap, I mean, you can see total market caps at all-time highs as well, right? Highest levels ever. This is all of the money in crypto right now. There's more money in crypto right now than there ever has been in the history of everdom. You understand?
Money.
$2.651 trillion. It was at a high today of $2.7 trillion. Good day for you, Rob. Why is it a good day, man? What's going on with you? What were you in that made it a good day? I'll tell you what, you could have been in pretty much anything, and you would be up today. Some are outperforming others, right? That's just how it kind of goes. But, yeah, man, just good days. Good day for the crypto market in general. I know the Pro Shares came out with the ETF listing for Bitcoin. That's official. I know, because it's not the first Bitcoin ETF to be introduced to the world. I know that there have been other ones out there in other countries, and they didn't really cause too much fuss. There wasn't too much change as far as how much money came in, right? They were showing, it was just like a $50 million or $150 million or something like that was going into the ETF. So very small compared to what Bitcoin directly gets. But it still is just a big step as far as regulators kind of letting it go through. It's a new thing. It's a new development for Bitcoin and for crypto overall, right? Because Bitcoin's kind of paving the way. So any kind of adoption is good adoption as far as ETFs are concerned. Even if a ton of money doesn't go into it, it helps to solidify the brand of Bitcoin. It helps with its legitimacy. Okay. So, because if you've got regulators that are allowing this kind of stuff to go through, and they're supposed to be the grumps of the markets, people could be coming around. Even more traditional, old school people could be coming around to Bitcoin, and that's just good news for Bitcoin, man. Just good news. Tesla rose like 10% since 2 days ago. I don't know what Sand P is. Yeah, Tesla was running. You know what? Let's diverge here. Take a look at Tesla real quick. I'm kind of curious what's going on with this. Playing off of a big bullish shark was the start of this run before having somewhat of a 3 rising valley situation. You're approaching your previous all-time high. Yes. Approaching the previous all-time high. Tesla, this is on the daily, wiping out any kind of bearish divergence argument, right? Nice. On the day, not really doing much. 0.18% on the day, but it's had a very nice last few days up. Let's just start it from here. You're up 11% in the course of about 14 days, so like 2 weeks. Because it rose like 10% since 2 days ago. Yeah. So, I mean, 3, 6. It's up about 6% from 2 days ago, but I see what you're saying, dude. All right, I get it.
I trust everything's going swimmingly.
So cool, man. Cool for Tesla. Let's take a look at the weekly here. So the weekly is a little more interesting. And it's fine right now, right? There's nothing showing that it's reversing at this level yet. You do want to get above the prior all-time high with the amount of momentum you're showing here. And you want to start continuing to build this momentum, okay? Ideally, you want to try and get it above 28.62. That's where it was set up on January 19th back here, so the beginning of the year. And the reason is that if you get above that, but the momentum can't get above the prior peak, it's what's called Class A bearish divergence. Again, not too concerned with it at this point right now. This thing could certainly run much longer and eliminate that, but just something to keep an eye out. All right, that's how you would see that it's losing a little bit of steam maybe, but wouldn't be that dramatic even. Yeah, Tesla's looking fine. On the weekly, looking fine on the daily. Could continue to run. You're about to come test the all-time high. Break it. And your targets would be, again, 1272, 1414, and the 1618. All right, Tesla could get to $1,000 on this run, all right? If it can break through the all-time high, you could see $1,000 Tesla. Oh my God, I can't even believe it.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Congrats, Elon, if you break through. We shall see. But is now a good time to buy Tesla? Nope. Why? Because you're coming up to the all-time high. The prior all-time high, which oftentimes acts as a resistance, right? You don't buy it at points of resistance. You buy it at the pattern completion zone of a bullish shark, right? Showing Class A bullish divergence. All right. Yeah. Tesla. Cool, man. Is there any correlation between rising Bitcoin prices with other stocks like Tesla? No. Nope, not really. What I will say is Bitcoin is meant to be like a hedge against inflation, stuff like that. So we'll see if that plays out. Haven't seen too much of a correlation between like stocks and like how people say stocks when they sell off, gold goes up. I haven't really seen that too much with Bitcoin. Stocks are continuing to go up. The S&P 500 is about to get back to its all-time high, which is just money print on, right? Even with all these, this scary stuff about supply chain problems, and you may not even be able to have Christmas this year as stock market just keeps on booming, right? It's like no bad news can make this thing go down, all right? So, I mean, but Bitcoin going up. What I noticed during Corona, at least, during Corona, when you had everything, when the stock market took that crash, if it were really an inverse and Bitcoin were to go up when stocks went down, right, or uncertainty in the market would translate into Bitcoin, that didn't happen, right? Crypto also dumped. So, and the reason for that, and crypto dumped even harder, right? It's more volatile, less money in some of these assets, and what it seems to be sometimes is that when they go to their portfolio manager and they're going, well, what can we get rid of? What's the riskiest in my portfolio compared to everything else? In their long-term big portfolios, they're going to say, just sell your Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's the riskiest asset in there. You don't necessarily need it. Sell the Bitcoin to get some capital so that when the market starts to rebound, you can put that capital into the stocks and make some money, right? That's what the traditional money does. But no, as far as stocks and Bitcoin, I mean, they kind of go up and go down with each other. Pretty similar for the time being. Now, when inflation starts to come in and play its role, which you're already starting to see, it's a supply chain thing mixed with inflation. You might start to see a decoupling there, but as of yet, you have not. Joe Biden is the GOAT of inflation and mental disabilities. Oh,
come on, man.
Dang, dude. Well, hey, he's a special guy. I'll leave it at that, man. He's I mean, let me sugarcoat it. He sucks. I think most people can agree that he sucks. All right, he's got 30% overall approval rating. Yeah, you don't have to be a conservative or Republican to think that he sucks. All right, I mean, it's Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Don't be rude.
But yeah, so I mean, we'll see how he handles this next crisis coming up. It's just one crisis after another with this guy, it seems. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. All right, but that's Tesla looking pretty dang good, dude. All right, I'm going to move it over to Ethereum here. Also breaking above a major level here from September 4th. This shoulder, very important. You're going to the all-time highs next. All right, it's almost a guarantee. Even though there's no guarantees, it's almost a guarantee that you're going up to the all-time high to test that again, right? And if they're going to follow in Bitcoin's footsteps, you're probably going to break it. You're probably heading up to $5,000. Okay, I see nothing on the oscillators implying that there's any kind of weakness in Ethereum right now. If anything, you got bearish divergence playing out. The momentum's still building even on the 4-hour. Daily's building again. Could be going not even overbought on the RSI. And the weekly, of course, also not overbought. Momentum starting to build again. So with Ethereum, you have your highest candle on Ethereum ever. More history being made here, okay? Now, you have 4 days and 1 hour to close this candle, but as of right now, you are at your highest levels on Ethereum as far as the weekly. Don't catch your chickens on it yet, but that's pretty sweet, all right? And you're almost very close to the highest daily candle close of all time for Ethereum, which is $4,180. So if you can close this candle above $4,180, whether it's today, maybe tomorrow, you will have the highest candle close on the daily for Ethereum ever.
$50 million?
That's pretty sweet, dude. All right, and Ethereum up more than Bitcoin on the day. It's up 6.62%. Bitcoin's up 2.75%. Bitcoin is at all-time highs, though, so it gets the shout out. But Ethereum is also a juggernaut, tagging right along with Bitcoin. Breaking this level here from September 5th is a big deal. All right, that was a major level, and you're above it like a joke.
Are you guys having a killer time?
All right, so Ethereum also looking fantastic. Rob, what else you got, dude? I know you had that one bio one that took a crap, but I'm curious what else you have. Tesla, good, cool. All right, let's take a look at Cardano here. Cardano on the daily. Now, Cardano has just been going sideways for a while here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and throw a trend line. You could probably move that up a little bit. So, just been going sideways. Honestly, approaching, you broke out technically of a little bit of a pennant situation. A little bit of a symmetrical triangle. You have seemingly broken out for the time being on Cardano. Okay, 44 minutes to close, but you are above this demand line here. So keep an eye on Cardano as far as price action is concerned. Ethereum's doing its thing. Bitcoin's doing its thing. Cardano being the number 3 coin could be doing its thing next. All right, you're at the apex of somewhat of a little structure here. You could see Ethereum move, man. And if you're counting this back here, technically you've got some Class A bullish divergence going on with a bullish engulfing candle about to form at the apex of a structure at levels of this shoulder here was once resistance, could be acting as support. Okay, so when assets consolidate like this for a while, especially crypto, especially Cardano, you could see this thing going to higher levels. Right, and the next spot I would expect to see this go, well, you would come back up here and test about $2.50 back here from May 16th, but from there it's the all-time high. So Cardano look good. Everything in crypto right now is looking pretty good. Square true. Jack Dorsey's older baby or whatever. But are you a Square, dude? You own Square. Are you a Square? Let's find out. Let's see if you have any better luck tonight.
Test your luck.
Oh, nice! God of War. You went from a peasant last night to the God of War. Dang. Nice. That's you, dude. That's you right there with the cape. All right. Robert, the God of War. Nice. All right, man. Congratulations. Look at the odds are. There's like a 20% chance of getting a god, so it's actually not that easy to do. So congratulations, brother. Very nice. Okay, so keep an eye on Cardano, man. You might be breaking out of a little structure here. If you move it over to the 4 hour, this will be more dramatic, but look at what you got going on, right? Consecutive areas of higher lows going on with Cardano. So accumulation of the asset. And remember that it is Cardano, okay? This is the number 3 crypto in the world. While everything else, like Ethereum, is all the way up here, up in overbought areas, Cardano is not. Now, it might be underperforming. It's been regarding this 200-day moving average as resistance since October 7th. So about 2 weeks of regarding the 200-day moving average as resistance. So if you can break above the 200-day moving average, that would just that would make your argument even stronger. But you're showing Class A bullish divergence here. All right, you got a low, and you got pretty much the same low. So you got even like a double bottom situation with divergence going on that daily, potentially breaking out of that structure. You got it on the RSI here as well, slightly, I think. Yeah, slightly, but you got it, right? Cool. Double divergence on the 4 hour, divergence on the daily, consecutive higher lows back from September 21st at the apex of these trend lines, seemingly breaking out. So, dude, keep an eye on Cardano, man. I'm telling you. These are the areas you want to look at getting an asset, right? Just saying. You'd put a stop right below this point, August 18th. I don't know if it would be worthy trade at this point because you still do have to get above this. So, honestly, I would put the stop right here at about 205. Make it a tight stop, right? You're risking, what, 5% for the potential to make 15, 10? Make it tight up here. Risking 5%. That's what? About 14. It's close. It's 2.67. It's not quite 3, but hey, I could fully expect to see this thing too as well. I mean, this is the only time this was regarded really, aside from this one candle over here, as resistance. So you could just blast right through that, honestly, and go to the all-time high, at which point it's about 42%, risking 5. Okay, I would be okay with that. That would be fine. With an asset like this, consolidating, making higher lows, showing divergence, all right, I'll be okay risking 5% to for the potential that Cardano has, all right? But that's just me. Okay. Yeah, so Cardano, one of the slower ones today, but interesting to say the least. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's move over to DOT. DOT's also doing things. DOT up 7.57% on the day, above a major inflection point back here from February 21st. Also regarded as resistance here on September 14th. All right, so above that, very good. All right, you're trying to get back above this trend line on the RSI here. You have just been making lower highs as far as that's concerned. So some bearish divergence perhaps, maybe on the daily, but not on the MACD here. It's doing fine. All right, nothing about DOT looks bearish. Okay, so this is also most likely going to all-time highs. You're above this high point from February 20th. So you're just trying to get back up to the shoulder from April 6th, but get above that. I mean, obviously the all-time high, and then from there, beyond. And I'm actually curious to see. All right, so about a 50% retrace on this sell-off here before the move. Now, again, not a time to buy DOT. Your time to buy DOT was down here, showing double Class A bullish divergence, okay, at levels of support. Even here, showing hidden bullish divergence once you made, you sprung, confirmed, sprung again, confirmed it again for a third time. Triple confirmation of this level of support at 27.48 before you went on your run, okay? And you had a bullish piercing pattern going on, followed by another solid green candle there. So yeah, DOT on its way to its all-time high as well. Welcome, DOT. Square. All right, you want to take a look at Square? We'll take a look at Square. Incorporated.
Wow, what a great audience.
Okay, let's take a look at Square. Okay, so Square is in an interesting spot here. You were playing off of some Class A bullish divergence. And I'll just be scanning sometimes, so this is why I've already got some stuff set up on Square. It's a popular asset. But the thing you want to do here with Square, and what you want to pay attention to, especially today, you just confirmed kind of a bearish engulfing candle after a small run-up. But if you start to pivot back to the downside and you can't get back above 268 right here, you will have hidden bearish divergence going on. So if you start to see Square do this and the positive momentum starts to wane down this way, you're going to be showing hidden bearish divergence, which is a continuation signal. Okay. So it would signal a continuation to the downside. So most likely you would head back down to 244. This is where you got a little support here from July 30th. But that on the daily, at least, I'm not looking so good. Let's see if we can get any help on the 4-hour. 4-hour showing some Class A bearish divergence. So you've got the high and then the lower high forming here, selling off a bit, at least on the MACD. So Square actually looks kind of weak right now, at least locally. So if we want to get a feel for it longer term, we can go ahead and look at the weekly here. Yeah, just nothing really as far as divergence at this point, just kind of convergence. Now, what you kind of want to look for, this is a little bit interesting, and it's a little bit scuffed. And this is something you're seeing a lot in crypto right now, but you could if this is somewhat of a cup with handle situation. Okay, so a cup with handle is a very bullish formation, and I almost wouldn't even, it's too narrow. It's too narrow at this point here, May 17th, this whole area here. It's that pretty much eliminates that argument. So I wouldn't say the cup with handles really showing itself there. You are showing a little bit of an accumulation here, October 4th, where you started to pivot, but I don't like the daily or the 4 hour. They're showing signs of selling off. And I actually want to take a look here. Okay, so I mean, that's interesting. On the RSI, you have broken this trend line that has been touched on 3 separate occasions over the months. I don't love this candle close though, so you got to get above this level here. If you can get above this level from September 23rd, then you eliminate the hidden bearish divergence and it looks better. But as of right now, if this thing starts to pivot back down, it could be showing a continuation to the downside. All right. So, interesting point for Square. Need a little more time to see where it goes, but at the moment, looks a little bit weak. All right. So, that is a Square. Let's take a look at another overperformer on the day, Solana. So, this is what you're seeing a lot of crypto assets do. You are seeing, now this is more of like a cup with handle structure, okay? So the cup with handle gets its name because it looks like a cup with a handle, right? Here's the cup, and then here will be the handle. So it's an accumulation structure, and the way that you confirm the cup with handle is after you get a breakout from the edge over here on October 3rd. So the end of the cup right before it forms the handle, if you can break above that, oftentimes you will see price do what is called the measured move. All right, and the measured move will be the measurement from the top of the structure to the bottom of the structure. And what you'll do is you'll copy that and put it at the breakout. All right, so target for Solana, I would probably do the all-time high and then the measured move of the structure here being the cup and handle, 239. All right, and then from there, if you want to throw a third target on it, you could go ahead, do the 1618. I'd put that at about 276. All right. So that's Solana, and there's a lot of different cryptos that are looking like this. So not bad. All right, so Solana, you don't want to buy it when it's up 10% on the day, okay? Usually there's a little bit of a pullback that goes on, but interesting stuff, right? You like the consolidation, you like it after the sell-off going back down, all right, shifting back towards the upside. I'm curious, the weekly, all right, the weekly's kind of ridiculous. You had hidden bullish divergence, which moved it into this insane parabolic move. Barely overbought on the RSI, so it could start to pivot back up. We'll see. The daily looks pretty good. 4 hour looks okay. Yep. Wiping out the hidden bearish divergence argument, getting above this level from October 17th. Okay, so Solana, like other altcoins right now, they're all looking pretty dang good, all right? AVAV. AeroVironment. Oh, come on. Nah. Mouse is being a little bit janky here. All right, let's see. This is an old asset. This is an old asset here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Regarding this level here as support. Move it out to the weekly. There's a lot of history on this asset, so it's a drone company for unmanned aircrafts. Okay, all right. They're just, or what are they, like blowing people up, or what are they doing? Are they a nice drone company, or are they a mean drone company? Toasty! Let's take a look. Huh. Well, this is kind of interesting, actually. So here's what's going on, and the weekly actually gives you a really good view. Mostly good or bad. What do you say? What is good drone stuff? Are they dropping seeds or something? You selling fruit bowls or something? But yeah. Okay, so this is actually, this is pretty interesting. So, let's see what you got going on here. You are acting off of support from February 25th of 2019. So it's pretty major historical level. And then support from August 17th of 2020. Now, you also got a little bit of a curve down here. December of 2020, right? So this is actually a pretty important level that you're starting to pivot off of. Now, you had seemingly hidden bullish divergence going on, all right, from this low to this low is where it started to pivot a little bit, all right? But it didn't play out, and that sometimes the indicators do not play out. But what is going on here, which is interesting, is look, you've been making consecutive lower lows. And if you really zoom out, I mean, the overall trend for AeroVironment Incorporated is bullish. Okay, so if you're going way back, now this is 2015. I mean, you've been making higher lows, right? It doesn't matter locally that it's starting to kind of sell off. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily in a bear market. If you zoom way out and look at the overall trend, it's pretty bearish, right? Higher highs. You haven't made a real discernible lower high on this asset. Really ever, okay? So yes, it's been selling off since February of this year, but I mean, that's okay. That's really not a big deal. So from here to here, you are showing seemingly some Class A bullish divergence, okay? And it is moving in that direction. And you are playing off of some major historical support levels. So let me go ahead real quick. Kind of curious. Let me go ahead and see where you are Fibonacci wise, and we can go ahead, throw it on this local, not local, but this swing low back from September 21st of 2020. You are past the 618. You're above the 200-day moving average on the weekly. And when it comes to Fibonacci, here's another thing you can do. It's a pretty good idea. This is called areas of confluence. So when you have swing lows, multiple swing lows, what you could do is do a Fibonacci. This point, September 21st, up to the top. That puts the 618 right around here at $91.34. You can do it from another swing low, and this is actually the lowest low that you had at this, March 16th. Do one from there as well. All right, and you'll see that that one actually lines up much better on the 618 than the previous one did at levels of support, right? So that is a valid Fibonacci node, and it is lining up at areas of support. So we could go ahead, leave that one there. The other one's a little bit higher, but that's okay. That just means that from this one, you're even deeper than the 618 at these levels of support, all right? So there's not a harmonic in play here. Let me move it to the daily. Maybe it's a little more dramatic. So if we move it to the daily, we might actually have an argument here. So the 618, so 618 is not going to be any kind of harmonic, but if we move it up a little bit, let's see what makes sense here. It's a little too perfect, but what's this get down to? The 786, nothing really there. How deep is this? The 562. So if we're working at the 786, really the only thing that could be in play is a Gartley here. All right. So the 536, you want it to be down at the 618, 562. I mean, it's pretty close, but this isn't at the 786. 786 being down at this point, so not really a Gartley, but you're playing off the 618 at levels of support, okay? And on the weekly, at least, you were showing some Class A divergence. I mean, it's pretty weak. You're not even showing on the RSI. So, yeah, you're starting to pivot here. That's good. But the daily here, if you don't get back above the 200-day moving average and this point from September 9th, you're going to be painting some hidden bearish divergence. This could just sell off, get back down to these levels at $80.90. All right. And you're approaching levels of... my God. My voice just got extremely deep out of nowhere. Let me get a sip real quick. Yeah, I don't know. You got a ways to go before you get back over this peak here. So you're probably going to develop some hidden bearish divergence before continuing to sell off. There's better assets out there, man. Okay, I like where your head's at if this is what you identified as far as some support levels. But there are assets at better levels than this. So if you like the fundamentals behind it, cool. You know, if you want to play a long run move, I understand that. But be aware with what the daily is showing here, you could definitely have some more selling off, maybe down to the 786 or the 886 level. Right here at $60.02 would be a beautiful level to scoop this up. Right around the 786, start bouncing around there before moving maybe. I don't know. It looks like it has more in the shorter term, more selling off to do before I would get involved. Okay, there's just assets in better spots, man. And that's okay. You just buy analysis free. Hey, man. Hey, you know what this channel is. You want to do that? You do it on your own time, okay? I don't want you going out going, oh, I went on Obe TA and Ryan was saying this, and then I went out. I'm not making any money. I don't know. I've been watching them, but I'm not making any money. Are you trading analysis free? Yeah. But I've been watching. Hey. It's a free conch. You do what you want to do, all right? I'm just here to provide information, whether you take the information or not. Learn it, invest in yourself. Okay, that's the first thing you should be investing in before you start getting into stocks and everything. Learn what this stuff means, good areas to get in, use stops, right? Learn how to use stop losses, stuff like that. Because otherwise, man, there's a reason the statistic is like 90% of people lose money in the stock market when they trade. There's a reason, okay? What does Canada want? We want respect and more money. What do you mean more money? I don't know, give us some of that internet money.
Wow, what a great audience.
Yeah, dude. More money. All right.
Money.
Yeah, AeroVironment. I've seen better, man. I've seen better. But hey, maybe the fundamentals are solid. Play it long term. I don't know. Technically, though, there's better times to get in on this. All right, let's move over to the S&P 500 overall here. All right, getting back to all-time highs after painting somewhat of an inverse head and shoulders. Okay. Interesting. And like I said in the beginning, all right, all this bad news can't really push it down. Okay, this thing just keeps on chugging along, and you're about to make all-time highs in the midst of a supply chain crisis where, you know, they can't even get food to the shelves and stuff. Okay. Whatever, man.
Right.
Trillium recently got hot. All right. We'll take a look at that. But yeah, hey. Not overbought on the RSI. S&P 500 for the day. The weekly showing some big time hidden bullish divergence, starting to shift back up. I mean, good God, man. The weekly, if this breaks all-time high, the way that the weekly's playing out as far as the negative momentum shifting back up, I mean, you can see this thing play out for a while. Absolutely. So, we will see. Money printer go burr. All right, let's take a look at Trillium. Therapeutics. What the hell's going on up here? You see this, right? Just like a secondary chart that they're showing off to their board members or something. Like, look, we're actually at $17.70. Oh, did this? Oh, this gapped up, dude. What the hell? Where do you find these things, man? Honestly, Rob, where did you find this? That's so weird looking. What happened? What happened with, what news came out for Trillium that did this? I mean, look at this gap. Merck bought them. Okay. All right. So, I mean, it's a news-driven catalyst. Dude, it's up 192%. Okay. There is nothing to do with Trillium right now. It's up 192% in the course of 5 days, and it's a news-driven catalyst, man. So Merck bought them. Cool, good news. You're up 189% if you got it down at these levels, and people are going to be taking profits. It's probably going to sell off, and if the gaps fill, which oftentimes they do, I don't know about gaps this extreme, but again, Merck, there's nothing to do here. There's no technical analysis to be done here. Okay. Maybe, I mean, it got you back up to this point from October 3rd, 2016. That's where people stopped buying. But when did you get it? Did you say when you got in on that? I mean, if you got it down at these levels, I mean, good for you. But if you just bought it now, now's not the time to buy it, dude. Up 190%, right? This thing could just dump off, back down to this level before doing something, right? But I mean, if you're holding it long term, I guess. But technically, there's nothing to do with this. Technically, there's no edge up here. If you caught this insane gap, I mean, it's literally a rocket ship. Nice, but I mean, you're regarding this point here, October 3rd. It might treat it as resistance before selling off a little and then just starting to do its own thing, right? But I mean, buying it now, you missed the event. You got it at around 11. Oh, okay. Okay, so I mean, you got it around $11. Congrats, dude. You're up 64% in the course of 2 weeks. Oh, you bought a year ago. Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing technically to do there, okay? When you have events like that, Merck comes in and buys them, acquisitions, mergers, stuff like that, those are just news-driven catalysts, and those happen randomly, which is why stops are important. Because no matter how good something looks technically, a news-driven event can come in and destroy it. We just kind of operate in the field that news events aren't going to happen, and if they do, then they just hit our stop loss, and we get out without losing too much, right? That's the whole point, but yeah, there's nothing technically to be done here, man. All right, maybe some hidden bullish divergence. This just looks ridiculous. The weekly looks even funnier. I really thought this was just a glitched chart, but cool, man. Hey, hang on to it. Nice. What is that? A monkey? What's up, Taylor? Monkey with a hammer. Yeah. But yeah, cool, man. Congrats. That's very good for you. Sweet. Don't spend it all in one place, dude. All right.
Wow, what a great audience.
Taylor, welcome home and welcome to the stream. We're looking at ridiculous price action. All right. Want to take a look also again at Yum. Remember we were looking at this. This is the whole Taco Bell thing. Free gorditas or whatever, dude. On the weekly, it actually looks unreal. I just want to show you the hidden bullish divergence going on with the Yum brands. Real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it. We looked at it a couple days ago. But, dude, I mean, look at this. You're bouncing off at support here from September 3rd. This is on the weekly again, so this could play out for a while. You're just now starting to go positive, painting an indecision doji candle after selling off on the weekly, followed by this big solid green candle. This is what's called a morning doji star. All right, 3-candle Japanese candlestick pattern. Very strong. Dojis are always stronger than the originals. So you're getting that with hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI at major levels of support. Okay, so I'm expecting Yum to keep going past the all-time highs, and always with the all-time highs, we'll go ahead Fibonacci target. I mean, I can't see this thing not getting to $145. Okay, dude, I can't help that it looks good. All right, it looks as good as a gordita. So it looks good, and I'm gonna point it out. So if keep an eye on this one. It's definitely seeming to move back towards the all-time high. Very good looking. All right, even on the daily. Okay, it's just painting. Really, if you count this the small red amount here, that's ridiculous Class A bullish divergence. Okay, so get it above the all-time high, or else nothing really. That would just be some convergence. Wouldn't be any bearish divergence even at that point. But like I said, $150 in my opinion. Let's break the all-time high. If that even is the all-time high, which I think it is. Yeah, it is. Yum. Looking pretty yummy. I was watching an Acme. Oh, nice. Dang, that's commitment. And while walking out, hey, you can watch it anywhere, right? You can watch it in the shower, while you're cooking, in the gym, whatever, dude. Cool. All right, so I just want to take a quick look at that Yum Brands Incorporated. Don't sleep on it. Many more gorditas and tacos and enchiladas to be had. Chick-fil-A does not. Pretty sure Chick-fil-A is a private entity. Yeah, they're private with other stuff, especially their Sundays. But they are good. They are good.
I trust everything's going swimmingly.
Okay. Well, that was pretty much it for what I wanted to look at. And I mean, of course, the main thing going on, Bitcoin back above $66,000. Let me go ahead, clean it up. Oh, look how pretty. Look at how magnificent this is. Moderna. We'll take a look at Moderna. Ugh, I'm sorry, man. I can't get over how nice this is. Gotta put the all-time high there. Fantastic. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right, we'll take a look at Moderna. Moderna. Well, let's see. Not really bouncing off of any historical support, so what you're most likely doing, go ahead and see where you're lining up on the fib node here, right at the 618. Okay, you're starting to get a reversal here at the 618, which is of course the golden retrace. We can go ahead, throw a fib on another lower level here. 618, yeah, more of like the 50% one on that one. So I mean, you've retraced about 50%. So what you could have going on here, you could have a potential ABCD going on. Nope, this isn't what I wanted. No, where, hold on a sec here. Where was that 618 at? That's 50%. It must have been from here. I guess. Oh, down here. Duh. Alright, the 618. You got about a 618 retrace here. Could see it go on to the 1618 or the 1272. This could be the start of an ABCD pattern here. Could also not, right? The way the ABC, I mean, this would be a bearish ABCD. So, I mean, the way that you would look at this is you would look to set up like a short position up here at the 1618. So, I mean, really, you're going to want to get above this point here from August 30th, August 17th. You're not showing any kind of bearish divergence or anything, at least on the daily. Maybe the weekly is helping you out. So here's the thing with the weekly, okay? If you can start to pivot, since you don't really have any other lows going on, if you can pivot at this level and start to get some positive momentum and continue the bids, because you did have a bullish engulfing candle here on October 11th to confirm on the weekly. If you can start to continue this momentum and shift it back towards the upside and paint some hidden bullish divergence like this, then you can certainly start to see this thing continue on its run back up, all right? And with the vaccines and booster shots and everything coming out, the fundamentals make sense, I guess, right? So not at a horrible level at the 618, right? With this, you're going to want to wait for this to start showing reversal back to the downside towards more positive momentum. But as far as the daily is concerned, yeah, it was just selling off. So you're going to want to get back above this level locally, and then of course $468.66. All right, before going back to the all-time high at $497.55, most likely $500. Okay. So you really want to get back above. What is this at? 360, 367. Get back above 367, start treating it as support again, and then I would feel more comfortable with this asset, all right? But really, your main goal here is to break above the all-time high, all right? And at that point, the weekly hidden bullish divergence would start to be presenting itself, and then, I mean, on a weekly like that, I mean, it really could just kind of go on. So long run for Moderna looks pretty good. The daily, not showing an edge necessarily. I want you to get back above this level here. Maybe the 4-hour help you get there. No, the 4-hour, the MACD is starting to sell off a bit. Bullish engulfing candle on your most recent candle close, but at the top like this, it's not super significant. And painting potential hidden bearish divergence. So that might bleed into the daily. And you need to be showing divergence on the 4-hour to move the daily up into these levels. So since you have nothing on the daily and the 4-hour is seemingly implying bearish divergence, we'll see. Long term, sure. Well, long term, if this starts to pivot, okay. So you need to start seeing some serious price action move and get above this level before confirming hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. Then I would feel more comfortable getting in on Moderna, okay? But at this point, it went on such a crazy run that it could sell off to the 786, the 886, down here at 185, right? That would really be the best spot to get Moderna. Because then at that point, you'd be showing, a pattern completion zone of a harmonic, most likely. All right? So the 886 down here, you got a bullish pattern completion zone at all of these levels of support. Hopefully showing some Class A bullish divergence or something. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so 754. I am out of Buterin. That's pretty much everything I want to talk about. Obviously, Bitcoin making all-time highs. It's just a beautiful thing. Okay.
Money. I trust everything's going swimmingly.
So yeah, unless you guys have anything else for me to look at here, that's pretty much it. What else we had? Ethereum Classic. Top. What's that? A lot of assets just kind of doing this little structure thing. Easter Island head. You know who looks like it? Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks like an Easter Island head. And I forget Taylor said. Somebody, it might have been like a newscast or something, but he also looked like an Easter Island head. Stone face. Okay. Ethereum making its way. Making its way downtown.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Heading to the all-time high. I would not be surprised to see it break it. Alright, so. If you're liking what crypto's doing, if you're liking that the stock's going up, yeah, Trevor. True. My quarterback. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. He does look like an Easter Island head. He's got a very like strong face. He can throw a football. 1 in 5, baby. Let's go. Broke a 20-game losing streak last week. That's what I'm talking about. Never been more proud in my life to be a fan of a big cat like the Jags. Alright. That's it, man. That's all I got here. There you go, yeah. Dum Dum Want Gum Gum. Throwback to Night at the Museum. Ben Stiller.
I trust everything's going swimmingly.
Alright. That's it, man. Alright, I don't really got much else to do here. If you're just getting in here, if you want me to take a look at something, throw it on in. I'm about to get off. But, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys being here. Jags do suck, man. I'm not going to fight against that. I mean, that's just pretty obvious. All
You're
right.
not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I know this. Okay? You're not the first guy to come in here and tell me that the Jags suck. All right? We all know the Jags suck. And they're going to get traded to London. They're not even going to be a U.S. team anymore, and then I'm going to have to get a British accent every time I talk about them. I understand that. And I knew that going into it when I was a young boy. But I liked playing with Maurice Jones-Drew and Madden, okay? He could run people over. He had a good truck stick. Now I suffer. Not really. I don't really care that much. But yeah. I get it. But at least I'm not a bandwagoner, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so if you like what's going on with Bitcoin, hit the like button, the bell to sub. If you like what's going on with Ethereum, hit the like button, the bell to sub. You know, the LBS. Just do it. Help me out here. Get the algorithm in my favor so I can get some people in here so we can get this thing really going. Alright. Have some fun. Alright, the more interaction I can have with people, the more assets I can look at to get suggestions with, the better this will be for everybody. So,
Are you not entertained?
yeah, man. Alright, Taylor, hold on. Before I go, I gotta give you a spin, dude. Gotta give you a spin to see if you're present. Rob actually got Aries, got a war earlier, so let's see where you line up. Wow, you're both gods of war, apparently.
Godlike!
Which means I'm gonna spin next, and I'm gonna get present for sure. That's you with the cape.
Test your luck.
Alright. Give myself one real quick, alright? Fitting to do it at the end in case I do get wrecked. Oh, nice!
God!
It's actually my favorite god, too. Hell yeah. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Dang, dude, we literally all got gods. That's a good stream, dude. And all-time highs, maybe it's not a coincidence. It's a godly day. All right. Cool. Well, that's going to do it. The wheel's not rigged. What? Because we all got it too, Rob? What? You think you're the only god in here? Don't be so selfish. Humble yourself. Okay? You're not that special, man. Alright. For reals this time, I'm going to go ahead. Good God. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Keep an eye on Bitcoin, man, and making all-time highs. Price discovery mode. Who knows where it could go, to the moon and beyond. All right, so happy times, exciting times. I will be back on Friday. As I said, if you're watching this, like button, bell, sub, follow my Instagram, follow the Twitter, and I will see you next time. You have been a peasant pretty much every time so far, so hey, congratulations on becoming a god. Feels nice. Alright, cool. Remember, as always, to keep it technical. Alright, peace.
Wow, what a great audience.
My man.